Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Cameron and thank you for stopping by. So a few videos back, I covered a barbell squat video and I mentioned with your core, you want to be bracing throughout the movement, and especially as you're getting heavier and heavier with the weight. So in today's video, we're going to discuss how to actually brace your core, not just for squats, but for all compound lifts and for any lifts that require you to lift heavy and to be tight throughout the entire body. So what is core bracing? Core bracing is the ability to create intra-abdominal pressure throughout your core. So it's not just about flexing the abs, it's about creating tension across your entire waist. So when people think about the core, it's actually this entire unit here. You've got your rectus abdominis muscles, which is like your six-pack muscles. Then you've got your obliques, both external and also internal, and the fibers run this way for internal. Then you also have a deeper muscle under that called the transverse abdominis, and it kind of wraps around like a belt. And of course you have other muscles around in your lower back to support you, and to some degree you can also count your pelvic floor muscles and muscles around the hips as well. Also, without proper core bracing, this does increase the risk of injury, especially when you're lifting heavy weights in your squats or deadlifts. So it's really important that you want to keep that tight. Fortunately though, most people do brace their core to some degree because you're told when you're doing exercise classes or you're following a PT, when you hear, oh, keep your core tight, people will naturally sort of flex their abs, which is going to help protect your back and support your body through the movement, but it's not the best optimization we can do, especially when we're lifting weights. However, we don't want to be bracing our core when we're doing, say, bicep curls, for example, because it's a bit too much just for an isolation exercise. As an analogy, if you think a plastic water bottle, if the plastic water bottle is really full, it's going to be hard to sort of crush it. But when you pull that water out, now it becomes an empty plastic bottle, very easy to crush. So that's what you want to think about when you're bracing your core, is to fill that water bottle up, as you say. So when you're bracing, you want to think about that analogy of filling up that water bottle, so it's going to be hard to crush, okay? So how do we actually brace? It's a skill. It's going to take a little bit of time, and don't expect that you'll be able to get that straight away. Just practice the bracing when you're doing your lifting, and over time, you'll actually get stronger and stronger. So this is a skill that you want to be developing before you move on to your weight belts. You've never seen one of these before. This is a lifting belt. More specifically, this is more for Olympic weightlifting belts. You can get thicker ones for powerlifting, but I find in my personal experience that most people go to the belts way too early, and they're wearing this all the time, and they use it more because they feel it in their back otherwise. No, the belt is not to prevent back pain. The purpose of the belt is to help you enhance your core bracing, so that way you do reduce your risk of injury. Difference. So. When we're bracing, I'll show you a side on view so you can see. So we're getting ourselves ready for our lift, okay? Now we're going to breathe in. At the same time, I'm going to expand my stomach, both out front but also lateral. Okay, so rather than going, what most people do, they breathe in through their chest and then they tighten everything here. Different, okay? That's more about flexing your abs, but we want to breathe through our diaphragm, creating that intra-abdominal pressure. So breathe in, stomach out, and everything comes tight around here. Now, I perform my lift, breathe out at the top, and you repeat again. So you can even practice it on a belt so you can know if it's actually getting tighter. So if you have one with you, not to practice with lifting, but just practice that, creating that pressure, the intra-abdominal pressure. So you want to make the belt nice and tight. Okay, so it's pretty tight, but it's still like a little bit of room for my fingers, okay? So now I'm going to breathe in, let my stomach out, and you should feel that is, obviously, I can't get my thumb in there at all. It's completely tight, and I've decreased that gap. So now that belt is really helping me brace throughout the entire core. So what it looks like when I'm actually lifting. Okay, so I'm just getting set up first. And I'm ready, take my deep breath in, stomach out. Breathe out at the top. So you may have noticed between each rep, I took my time and then just reset my breath at the top. The set before, because this weight isn't like the max I can lift, and also I am trained to keep my core tight, I actually managed to get a few reps in under the same breath. Don't necessarily recommend that at the beginning, only when you build the capacity, because you'll find, let's say you're doing a set of 5, 6, 7, 8, up to 10 reps plus of a set, that's gonna take a lot out of you cardiovascularly. Like it's gonna feel like cardio when you kind of reset every single breath. So to reduce some of that fatigue, holding in your breath for more than one rep is a good idea. But of course, that's also very fatiguing as well once you do your set, because you're holding your breath such a long period of time with such a heavy force. So that's how you core brace. I'm gonna show you how to do it with a back squat, and I'm also gonna show you how to do it for a deadlift version as well, just so you have an idea what that looks like. I'm gonna do it without the belt as well, so you can see that I'm bracing my core. So that's core bracing, guys. I hope you managed to get something out of this today. And if you haven't done core bracing before, please give it a try. It's gonna be really helpful. Start on your lighter warm-up sets, because you wanna make sure that those feel just as good as your actual working sets. And then when you're doing your core bracing, so maybe start with a few reps at a time. Maybe don't go to your max reps that you normally do. Just take it easy, and then over time, as you build a capacity on for heavier weights and say for more reps as well. If you found this video valuable, please consider giving it a like and comment down below. I want to hear your thoughts on core bracing. Have you done much of it before? And what other exercises you want to see in the future, or exercise tips to help you get better and stronger, fitter, and all aspects of fitness. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.